Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another incredible client spotlight. I am here today with the fabulous Nicole, and I wanted to kind of share Nicole's story specifically when it comes to food. She just finished my last round of the 6-week Confident Women program, and in a short period of time, we made some big strides with food. So let's just start. First of all, thank you for being here. You're awesome. Let's just start with having you kind of tell us what was going on before our title was from PB&J to something. So tell me about the PB&J days, what was happening with food.
Yeah, I've just gotten over being really ill. And so I was dealing with, and I still am dealing with, like, low energy and just overall fatigue. And so I just didn't have much of an appetite. I was really unmotivated to eat food, like just overwhelmed by the idea of having to cook it every day, multiple times, like for real. And so I'm like, okay, well, I was eating PB&J every day because it has carbs. There's a little bit of protein. There's some fruit, and then I would put butter on it. And I was like, that's good, and I was just like living on like the bare minimum. It kind of felt like I didn't have any clue of where to even start to reshape my mindset around food and about just the things that I need overall, more than just a PB&J.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And I mean, I remember that it was really like food was not only super overwhelming for you, but kind of like confusing. Like, well, if it's not this, then like, what the heck should it even be? And then a step further of like, I'm overwhelmed by that. And how the heck am I going to eat 3 times a day or go plan this out, go to the grocery store? And I think that that's common for a lot of women is it's like we get overwhelmed, so then we just keep doing what we've been doing. And it seemed like that was kind of the case for you. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, for sure. I like didn't know where to start. I knew I wasn't getting all the things I needed. But I just felt like, well, how am I supposed to figure out this? And from somebody who has a history of like eating disordered behavior and just different things, I feel like during my kind of formative years where most people are learning how to eat, I was learning how to avoid food. And so now I'm like, there's not really any good avenues, or there at least haven't been, that have broken it down in the way that your program did. Like for real, it was just like, really like, we're going to just bring it down, like there's, it's just like, so many things coming at you at all times. It's just, I would be so overwhelmed and I would just be like, this is too much. I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah.
So, breaking it down the way that you do was so good for me. It just was manageable and achievable.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I love that. So then, okay, what do you feel like you kind of have achieved when it comes from food? I know literally right before this, we got on the call and you were like, I just came back from shopping at Costco and I know you got a bunch of great stuff. So tell me like kind of some of the changes or what you feel like you've accomplished.
So I have really changed my whole focus on like what I'm consuming. And it's been really interesting because I messaged you right away when I found out how much protein I was supposed to get. I was like, I don't think so. Like, this is insane. Like way more than 20. And just reshaped my mindset on prioritizing protein, which I found has made me like, I literally don't want these things that I would my go-to things of like I don't even like PB&J. I'm just like, I mean, sometimes, but like, it's so I bought all these like protein, the Orgain that you told us
Mhm.
about. I'm like obsessed with those. So I got those. I got some protein bars that I can snack on throughout the day. Like I never thought of a protein drink as a snack. Like if this is just a small snack. What? And so I'm doing that now. I'm prioritizing vegetables more and like I'm trying to figure out ways that I can do it where it's going to be the most accessible. And so like that salmon that you posted a picture of, like the salmon, then we got Costco and I was like, oh my God, there's that salmon. And it's awesome, and it's like 30 grams of protein and a delicious meal. So I'm literally making myself salmon. The other day I like had this, I had some ground up turkey and it had been in the fridge for a day or two. And I was like, just hanging out. And I was like, I'll just cook this. And the next thing you know, I have a chili.
Ah.
And I was just like, I don't know. I didn't notice that these things were happening until I was doing them. Like, I'm at Costco and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to get these protein things, and like, maybe I'll get this, veggie tray. Oh, they have these frozen veggies. I can just throw those in. And it's just breaking it down. It just felt like this overwhelming thing became, okay, oh, steps, and so now I'm really prioritizing nutrients over just getting something in my body to get it in my body, because I know I need to put something in there.
Yeah. And I just love that shift of, instead of thinking I should be eating less or eating a little less possible all the time, for you, and I think for so many other women, being like, oh my God, I need to actually eat more, is like such a strange feeling, but it's so liberating and so like awesome when you can make that shift into being like, I'm taking care of me. And that means eating these things. It doesn't mean cutting a bunch of stuff out. It doesn't mean being down on myself. It means like taking care of myself in a way that I maybe haven't before. And I think that that's so like beautiful that you've come so far in a short period of time, but it still feels like it was very much so like kind of climbing the steps versus just being like, do all these things day one, like figure it out.
Seriously, any other program I tried, it was like, okay, we're going to start day one. You're doing 6 workouts a week. They're all 45 minutes. Also, you're on this diet plan where you can only eat these certain things. And this is your calorie count. And if you don't go over if you go over your calorie count, then like, okay,
Yeah.
it was like, not like, for me with you, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't feel like I'm, doing anything. And you're just like, well, what about this and this and this though? And just, it was like not overwhelming, very accepting, very like, this is about you. It's not about my program, like being the best program and like getting the, ripped bodies in like 6 weeks that you're gonna, in 6 more weeks, you're gonna be like stressed. And yeah, it really hit on the foundation, which is what I was looking for. Something that gives me a foundational base, that's exactly what I got. It was so perfect for my needs.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, because so what would be, I always end with this. If you were to give advice to somebody who's watching this, somebody who feels like they're on the fence, like they kind of don't really know if they should take that step to get support to do something like this with me, what would you tell them?
I would say that if you can relate to anything that I've said, then you should definitely sign up, because I was on the fence too. And it feels like, it feels different than like I'm going to put like a big investment down. And what it really is like, you're putting in this investment like in yourself, this is for you to, it's like, it's not just a get get fit quick thing. It's like, let's build a foundation that actually is a foundation that actually explains things in a manageable way. And I just felt like it was so worth it. And let me say, like, I was looking for a place to go for like therapy around food, and the wait time is like 6 months. And I was like, okay, I need to see a dietitian. I need to do all this stuff. And then your program popped up. And yeah, I just say, invest in yourself and take the plunge, and like, you deserve it. Let's see, this is my Post-it that I put up.
Yeah.
And
yes.
to myself
You
that
do.
I deserve it. And so do you, if you're listening to this. Like, you deserve to invest in yourself and give yourself that gift. It's a gift to you.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that I have goosebumps over here. Like that gives me every time somebody answers that, but seriously, that gives me goosebumps because it's so true. And you're such a beautiful example of that. And I remember in our first conversation, you saying, like, I want to take care of myself in a new way and invest in myself. And you said that, like, I deserve this. And I think that was like a mantra the whole way through, clearly. And it's so that shift is so powerful for women to make that I'm so proud of you, honored to be a part of your journey, so thankful for you. So absolutely, if anybody is watching this, if you connect with what Nicole said, if you resonate with her words, or if you resonate with my words, my January enrollment is not open yet. Not yet, but it will be soon. So thank you so much. You are amazing. And the cool thing is, this is kind of just the beginning of how much you deserve it and deserve all the really wonderful, beautiful things in life. So shout out to you. Shout out to everybody watching. Thank you so much. And I've just truly, I can't even put it into words how much I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much. And
yes.
Your non-judgmental support was like exactly what I needed. So thank you for that. Thank you for encouraging me even when I felt like I was failing.
Yes, because there's no such thing. There's truly no such thing. And that's definitely a good thing for us to end on. There's no such thing as failure. It's just iterations of trying something different and doing more of what works. So I'm going to log off our live on that note, because that is chef's kiss. Yes. Thank you. Okay, everybody watching live, we will see you later.